Hey, what's going on, guys? So we got some deficit deadlifts, we got some incline bench press, and we have some overhead press with some explosive med ball throws today. Before I go over the workout, I want to go over my plan moving forward to increase my pulling strength. As those of you who watch this channel all the time will know, I'm kind of focused on that right now more than anything else. I'm sure a lot of you know the great Spencer Graziano. His YouTube channel is dope. If you don't watch him already, go check it out. He was kind enough to share some of his knowledge with me with deadlifts. So I took that and I made my own version of what he gave me. I'm going to pick 3 different variations of the deadlift right now to include a deficit deadlift standing on 2 45-pound bumper plates, which you'll see today, a above the knee rack pull, okay, which I'll throw in, and then a pause at the knee rep, okay, so a mid-rep pause. Those are going to be my 3 variations that I'm going to be rotating through. I'm not even going to put a timeline on this. I was going to do, start of the rugby season, which starts mid-January, but I'm just going to keep it rolling. The plan is to rotate these, right? And I'm going to just basically do top set, drop set every single time I do these variations. I'm going to work up to a heavy double or triple. Then I'm going to do some back off volume of all this stuff. It's going to take me a few sessions to find where that top level is of all these different variations, but it's going to be a fun process. The premise behind this is, okay, number one for me, psychological burnout. Instead of, I want to go out and do a heavy deadlift every time, and I missed a weight I should have gotten. So it's good for your psychological view of what you're doing, this kind of thing. Missing weights, not making weights, whatever. And then also, it's going to build up weak points of that movement, right? Especially for me, when I watch it on tape and this kind of thing, analyzing that movement pattern, I pick the spots where I think the form breaks down, I have weaknesses, stuff like that. Another benefit to this is getting some good old juicy hypertrophy in places along that chain of muscles involved in that movement, right, that you might not have ever gotten before. You'll notice my back off sets today, after I worked up to the heavy double in the deficit deadlifts, were a light touch and go. That lit the whole posterior chain on fire. That was nuts to have to control that weight down slowly, barely hit it and down. And I can already tell it's going to be stuff like that that's going to help the most, right, with this deadlift. Okay. After the deadlifts, I moved on to incline barbell chest press, okay? My all-time best in that is 275 for a 1RM, but that's with shooting my butt off the bench, like a jerk. So I want to discourage that. Like, I want a true expression of strength there. As you guys know, a lot of the stuff I hope I do in the weight room carries over to rugby. I want those stiff arms to make Derrick Henry look like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I want them good and violent as a ball carrier, right? So that pressing strength is super important to me. Today, worked up to 265 for a single. The butt did come up off the bench, so I would say that 255, the rep right before that, would be my true 1RM in the terms of how I'm defining it as a strict rep. Butt stays down on the bench, this kind of thing. I backed it off. I did 2 sets of 4 with 2 1/4 on that. Then I moved on to my last set of exercises of the day. I did kind of a hybrid incline chest press / overhead press from a seated position. I've done this a couple of times in the past, but I did a 45, a 10, and a 5 on each side today. So what would that be? 165. I did 3 sets of 7 there. I supersetted that with the explosive jump med ball slams. I like that. It's a unique exercise. You can kind of use any weight of a bowl because remember, it's just more about the intent of that violent triple extension coming up, the jump, and then obviously the violent slam down. I used a 15-pound slam bowl, did 3 sets, 5 with that, following the 3 sets of 7 of the overhead presses. I'm just going to show you guys the 1 set of that superset. And then you get to take a look. I'm sure you're shocked. You know, I'm eating beef burritos post-workout, drinking a protein creatine shake as usual. Thanks for watching.